Is the storyline of Kang the Conqueror really over? Now I know this is the most important question that every one of us is having about what happened to Kang, what will be the future of Kang since the announcement of RDJ's return in the MCU, but as Doctor Doom, and also the name of the 5th Avengers movie, which was going to be the prominent movie which would have featured Kang the Conqueror and his story named as Avengers the Kang Dynasty. That movie's name has completely changed and the new name is Avengers Doomsday, seemingly confirming that Doom is going to be the main villain now and Kang is not the main villain now. But why, and is really the story of Kang over? Are we going to see Kang in the future in the MCU? Well, my short answer is yes and no. I know that's confusing, but let's discuss about that in detail. But before we do that, we obviously need to understand that what really happened and what inspired this change of bringing in Doom. So after Avengers Endgame and the ultimate sacrifice of all our Avengers, we ventured into the new era, which was the Multiversal era, the Multiversal Saga, in which the main villain was going to be Kang the Conqueror, and the main introductory movie of Kang the Conqueror was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That movie didn't really do good at the box office, and not only that, but that movie was not really well received by fans as well, because frankly the story just didn't work and Kang just, it wasn't just the great entry point to the villain of Kang in the whole multiverse, but still a lot of fans thought that there is a lot more movies and a lot more TV shows in which Kang is going to feature. So definitely until we meet him in Kang Dynasty, that means Avengers 5, which is now turned out to be Doomsday, until we get to the point, Kang will be established as a greater threat than Thanos. Most of us thought that, but then Kang was introduced, a variant of Kang whose name was He Who Remains was introduced in Loki season 1. And then something really interesting happened in 2 movies. First was Spider-Man No Way Home and second was Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. In Spider-Man No Way Home we saw variants of Spider-Man and variants of Spider-Man villains actually came into our universe, and the repercussions of this was introduced in the next movie, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, in which we really saw the true potential of what multiverse can be. Like, Doctor Strange in our universe was good, but there was also a Sinister Strange who was evil, sort of evil, in a different universe. So we all saw that, and this is how everything related to multiverse was being set up, and Kang was obviously going to be the main villain. But then something happened. Everyone realized that Quantumania didn't work. Loki season 1 was good, but then the actor who plays Kang, Jonathan Majors, got into a little bit of trouble, and that was a legal trouble. And then when it was announced that Jonathan Majors was found guilty, he was fired by Disney, he was fired by Marvel, and that actually made everyone wonder, whoa, what's gonna happen with Kang? Are they going to recast Jonathan Majors and get a different actor to play Kang? That would have been kind of a hard but still a manageable and easy job to do, because as fans we would have understood this, that okay, there was something very difficult to do, so therefore they have done it and we are okay with that. But on the other hand, the story of Kang didn't really work out in Quantumania, and still a few fans were like a bit dodgy on the storyline of Kang and Kang being the threat. And on top of this, a lot of TV shows were also coming out, and frankly not all the content after Avengers Endgame was actually clicking with the audience, and Marvel realized that, and then they found that this is the perfect opportunity to pivot from the storyline of Kang and bring in the next big bad, Doomsday. Doctor Doom, sorry. But now, does that mean that the story of Kang is over? Well, remember what I said? Yes and no. Now let me explain. We have all seen the second season of Loki, and we all saw that how season 2 of Loki ended. Loki defeated He Who Remains, and Loki is now the ruler of the multiverse. But what was this main conflict? This main conflict was about the variants of Kang creating multiversal war in the future, and therefore He Who Remains was actually streamlining everything and was just maintaining one sacred timeline, and by doing that he was eliminating free will, and of course therefore he was pruning people, he was killing a lot of other universes, and that didn't sit well with a few of our heroes in the Loki series, and therefore Loki decided that I'm going to give free will to everyone, but the main threat is the variants of Kang. Therefore we will try our best, that means the TVA will try their best to keep the variants of Kang at bay. So basically we'll just not allow any Kang variants to, pop up into different universes, and hence they will just prevent the multiversal war. And in fact, there's even a scene at the end of Loki season 2 where we see that the TVA was actually doing this same that I just discussed about monitoring all the Kang variants, and there they also mentioned the events that happened in Ant-Man in the Quantumania. So basically, if you think about it, that's the end of the story of Kang, in a way. Because the point at which the Kang story was left at the end of season 2 of Loki, if Marvel wants to close that storyline, they can do that, and even if they want to extend on that storyline, they can do that as well. Meaning, if they want to close the storyline, they can just say that yeah, the TVA is doing their job and the TVA is keeping all the Kang variants at bay, therefore no multiversal war, therefore peace. But on the other hand, if they want to continue the storyline of Kang, they can say that the TVA was not able to do their job and therefore Kang variants actually bled into each other and then multiversal war actually happened. And this is where the movie Deadpool and Wolverine also comes into play, because we know that the TVA is not really quite well managed at this point in time, because Paradox was a TVA agent and he was kind of a rebel who didn't agree to what Loki was doing, and frankly there could be more such people like Paradox working at the TVA as well, which could actually lead to opening the doors of the multiversal war. And this is how Marvel can actually, if they want to stop the storyline of Kang, they can do that, or if they want to extend on the storyline, they can do that as well. But now the question is, again we come back to the question of Quantum Mania, the movie Ant-Man and the Quantum Mania, because there was a big end credit scene in that movie, and that was about the Council of Kangs. So how is Marvel actually going to deal with the Council of Kangs? I mean, that's going to be interesting to see. I even saw a couple of rumors in which they stated that the Council of Kangs or some Kang variants are actually going to appear and actually going to play a smaller part in the next Avengers movie, Avengers Doomsday. So let's hope for the best that they handle the storyline of Kang pretty nicely. But on the positive side, RDJ is back, and not only that, the Russo brothers who directed Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and they ended the Infinity Saga on a high. This is the same director duo who are again coming back to direct the final two Avengers movie, and also the writer who wrote Infinity War and Endgame is also coming back, plus RDJ as I said. So it's fair to say that Avengers 5 and Avengers 6, or the end of the Multiversal Saga, is in good hands. It's really fair to say that. If you're still not bored on the decision of bringing back RDJ in the role of Doctor Doom, you can check out this video. And if you want to see my raw emotions when I found out that RDJ is coming back, you can check out this video. And please go down in the comment section and please share your opinions about this whole thing. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching.